Hi, everybody. We are obviously not having a live stream this week. I'm recording this ahead of time because I am on my cruise. I probably have very, very limited reception and internet capacity at this point, but I did want to take a couple of minutes and just go over some quick reminders for this week. So I'm not able to give you feedback on last week. I will be grading everything when I get back. So I'm sorry that your scores and everything will kind of remain untouched for a little bit. But I didn't bring my computer with me, or I'm not planning on bringing it because there is no internet on the cruise ship. So when I get back, I will be grading that. And our next week from here is spring break. So forgive me for the little bit of a lapse. But right now, hopefully, if you're watching this, this is for week number 12. And so for week number 12, you are looking at APA formatting part 2. And what I've done is I've given you 2 chapters rather than requiring you to purchase this book. I scanned in 2 different chapters and made a lecture on APA format. So forgive me, these are the formatting's a little choppy, but hopefully you appreciate that it's free and you didn't have to purchase them. So for this week, instead of reading in the textbook, make sure you read through my lecture that I've created on APA formatting part 2. So we're going to look at some general formatting rules, how to make a cover page, what are the different sections of an APA paper, understanding levels and styles of heading. And that's kind of our goal with this. So we're building on the knowledge from the previous introduction of APA formatting. On the Beyond the Book page, I've given you a bit more, right? So the different sections that you can expect to find in a book, how to look at a sample paper, how to create a title page. And one of our student workers who now works at the health center, but previously at the library and writing center, made a little video for me about APA formatting that matches up with this part. So make sure that you watch her video. It's going to be really helpful. This is in substitution of me lecturing on this week. So make sure you watch the video here of Jasmine. She's going to go over how to make a title page and what are some of the key elements and different sections that we're talking about here. And then finally, on the last page, as always, here are the terms that you need to know for the exam related to APA formatting part 2. So read through the lecture, make sure you watch the video from the library, Jasmine's video, going through that. Make sure you also read these 2 chapters from the APA manual. And again, I know they don't look perfect, but hopefully they are easy enough for you to read. You can also download them if that's easier for you to print it. But I went ahead and scanned them so that you wouldn't have to purchase that additional book for this class. The other thing that you'll want to do, of course, for this week, I did make a short lecture. It's very brief because I had Jasmine do the other one, but I went over a couple of kind of general formatting rules. Hopefully between my video and Jasmine's video, it all kind of helps you to understand. So make sure you watch this and take notes and go through like you normally would. You're also going to have a discussion for this week, as always. So discussion number 12, if you click on that, let's take a quick look at that together. And as always, you have my instructions at the top. You're going to want to watch my video. I'm going to go through the instructions a little more and give you some more information. Make sure you think of these as mini papers, like I always tell you to do. And remember to also reply to a classmate to get those 2 points. But what you're doing for this one is you're going to be doing a couple of things. So you're going to go to this practice website and complete a couple of things on there. You're going to complete the exercise called General Formatting Exercise, APA Style 7th Edition. And then also General APA Exercise, APA Style 7th Edition. So there's 2 different exercises on there that I'd like you to complete. Don't worry too much about questions that involve like citation formatting. We haven't covered that yet, so it's not a big deal. I'm just giving you an opportunity to practice this a little bit by answering some questions and playing around on their website. It's a kind of fun website in terms of being a good resource. And then what I want you to do after that is share your experiences with and general results from the 2 practice exercises that you completed. Comment on what you understand versus what's most confusing for you. And the second part here is you're going to create a title page using the information in the formatting checklist document that's right here. And also the sample title page that's in our lecture. I have a couple of guides and samples that are right here you can click on. You're going to come up with a fictional title for your paper. You're going to fill in your author information. You can either attach this to your discussion as like an image, or you can embed it directly. But this is a big part of your grade for this discussion. I'm looking for you to create a sample title page. It should follow all of the APA style formatting rules to the T. That's what I'm going to be grading you on. And again, I've given you a checklist, a title page guide, and a sample. And then Jasmine in her video that you should be watching will also be going over all of that. So that is your goal for the discussion this week, kind of a little bit of a review with some exercises, and then also creating that title page. And as usual, you'll hit reply when you're ready, and then also reply to a classmate. The last thing that you have this week is you do have exam number 3. So as usual, the exam is taken right here on this page. So if we click on exam number 3, just a couple of quick reminders, same style and format as the other test, but as usual, you have 60 minutes to complete the exam. You only get 1 attempt, so make sure you're ready and organized before you begin. You have good internet connection, a quiet place, you have an hour dedicated to it. Make sure that you've studied and prepared using the study guide, which is on the previous page, and I'll show you in a moment. As always, you can use your notes in your book, but if you're trying to look everything up, you are going to run out of time or be very short on time. So make sure you've studied and prepared, and then you'll hit submit as soon as you're done. And you'll get a score right away on this. You'll know how you did and what you missed and what you got right. And so hopefully, if you've been doing well on the first 2 exams, this one will be the same for you. But make sure you do study and prepare. Don't wait till the last minute, especially with me being out of town and not having great ability to respond to you. Try to make sure you don't wait till Sunday night, just so you set yourself up for success. And as usual, I have given you a study guide. So it's right here above exam number 3. So here's where you can find the study guide. So you have all of the terms from chapter 10, chapter 11, part 1, or these pages rather, just not part 1. And then chapter 12, and then APA formatting part 2. So just like the other 2 exams, if it's on the study guide, it will be on the test. If it's not on the study guide, you can let it go. You don't need to worry about preparing for it. But make sure that you studied and reviewed. And as usual, if it were me, I would probably have all these typed or written out in front of me so that I could be successful and not having to try and find things during the exam. But that's totally up to you. If you've been doing well, prepare the same way. It's clearly working for you. I will never trick you. Again, I hope you all do really fantastically on this, but it will definitely help you if you have studied and prepared. I will be posting this record. Obviously, if you're watching this, I posted this recording right here on this week. I'm not going to have an extra credit question for this week, but I will definitely pick up with that when we come back after spring break. I just want to point out one more thing. So I am leaving. I am gone at this point on the cruise. If you're watching this now that we're in week 12, if you run into any issues, please feel free to email me, but I likely will not be able to respond to you. So on the ship, there isn't great reception, and I'm also in other countries. So forgive me if you don't hear back from me. You'll probably get an automated reply, but I will be checking my email when I get home and I will respond. So if you have an issue, please feel free to reach out. But forgive me for the delayed grading and the delayed responses. I try to normally be really on it, but that will obviously be a little bit different this week. So hopefully you all have a fantastic week. Hang in there, get through everything, and then spring break is next week. So we won't have a live stream next week. There are no materials due. You can just relax and enjoy yourself. I will be grading everything Monday night and sending out an email with some feedback. So you will still get those grades and scores. It's just going to be a little bit delayed for the stuff from week number 11. So have a wonderful week, everyone. I will eat a hamburger or 4 or maybe 5 and have a drink for all of you this week and think of you. And I hope you're hanging in there doing well. And I will see you after spring break.